Hi everyone, welcome to ELVIS Presley Past, Present and Future. I have missed doing these videos and I've missed all of you and your comments. I have had a hell of the last 6 weeks or so, but it's all been good. I've had the most wonderful visit from one of my friends in America who I was with when I went in September last year. We had an absolute ball, her first time in Australia. She had an absolutely wonderful time and we spent some great times together. Also, we did a house clean-up, renovation, redecoration. We've been busy with that. And I also had computer problems where my microphone wouldn't work. So I tried for my son to come home so he could fix all that for me. But now we are back on track and I have missed doing this so much. But hopefully, a good part of all this has been that you've been able to catch up on all my previous videos from when I started way back when Elvis was born, and we've gone right through his life. So anyway, without letting you wait any longer, let us get back into our Elvis journey. After Madison Square Garden, Elvis continued his tour. Elvis made it to New York Friday night in the opener of 4 sold-out concerts at Madison Square Garden that represented his first live appearance in Gotham. On June 12, Elvis opened at the Memorial Coliseum, Fort Wayne, Indiana. The attendance was 7,690. Elvis wore the lucky suit with the mirror belt for this performance. On June 13, he was at Roberts Memorial Stadium in Evansville, Indiana. Attendance was 11,500. For this performance, he wore the wheat suit with the white fireworks belt. And remember guys, all these pictures that I am showing you are of the actual date, unless I say otherwise. So this was actually on June 13, 1972. On June 14 and 15, Elvis was at the Auditorium Arena in Milwaukee. The attendance was 10,559, where he wore the Adonis suit. And on the 15th, the attendance was 11,600 and he wore the blue nail suit. Elvis was at the Chicago Stadium on August 16 and 17. For the June 16 show, 20,000 fans were in attendance. For this show, Elvis wore the Adonis suit again with the gold belt. On June 17, he had an afternoon show where the attendance was 15,000. He wore or introduced the black and white 2-piece jumpsuit for the first time. They were white pants with a white jacket with different pocket flaps. The pocket flaps were black, aqua, green, and red. With the black pockets one, he wore the gold attendance belt. With the green pockets and the aqua pockets, he wore the double lion head belt. With the red pockets, he wore the red macrame belt. He also wore the Russian eagle belt. With the aqua pockets, he also wore the turquoise concho macrame belt. So he had several of these suits made, just with different colour lining on the top of the pockets, so he'd match his belt with whatever colour pockets he was wearing. Elvis wore this suit for the first time during his 1972 June tour, and possibly again during his following Vegas engagement of August and September. For the evening show on June 17, the attendance was 20,000, and he wore the blue nail suit. June 18, he was off to Fort Worth, Texas, where he sang to a crowd of 14,122. For this performance, he wore the eyelet suit with the lion head belt. June 19, he performed at Henry Levitt Arena in Wichita. The attendance for this show was 10,000, and he wore the white two-piece suit with black pockets. For his final show of this tour, June 20, he was at the Civic Assembly Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He wore the white two-piece again with the lace pockets this time. On July 6, George Klein brings Linda Thompson, the current Miss Tennessee, to the Memphian during one of Elvis's many reserved movie nights there. He is immediately smitten, yet she soon leaves for a 3-week family vacation. She met Elvis right after she'd become Miss Tennessee. That first night, Linda met Elvis at the Memphian Theatre in July 1922. She was pretty standoffish because it was not made public yet that he and Priscilla had split up. Elvis saw her and said, "Oh, excuse me. Hello, honey." She remembered Elvis strode right over to her and immediately felt the extraordinary presence that he exuded. His natural charisma, a force field of pure energy and charm that radiated out of him. Elvis seemed smitten with her the first moment that he'd held a flashlight on her face. She gave him her number, and she saw him again 2 weeks later. Once she returned from her family vacation, he arranged for her to travel to Las Vegas, and thus began the relationship between the young college student and Elvis. For her first trip with him, he arranged for a limo, plane, and hotel, and Linda described the experience as feeling like I was safely living in the pages of a fairy tale. "We just hit it off immediately," she said, "because we grew up in Memphis, had the same religious beliefs, love of our family, devotion to our mother and father, the same sense of loyalty, and enjoyed the same Southern cuisine." Despite their different stages in life, they fell deeply in love and embarked on what would become the last serious relationship of his life. Linda will be his main female companion until late 1976. July 8, the Elvis Aloha from Hawaii concert, as yet unnamed, is announced at a press conference given by the Colonel, touted as the first worldwide satellite broadcast. July 20, Elvis gives a surprisingly candid interview for Elvis on Tour, saying, among other things, that "I've never gotten over what they call stage fright. I go through it every show. And my daddy had seen a lot of people who played guitars and stuff and didn't work. So he told me, you should make up your mind about either playing guitar or being an electrician. I never saw a guitar player that was worth a damn." July 24, Elvis checks into Baptist Memorial Hospital in Memphis to take care of an ankle injury. July 26, Elvis begins rehearsals for his new Vegas engagement on the same day that his separation from Priscilla is officially made legal. On August 4, 1972, Elvis did another Vegas engagement, this time with Linda at his side. This engagement saw him do 64 shows from opening night, August 4, to September 4. On opening night, an unspecified illness causes Elvis to cut tonight's show short after 45 minutes. For this Vegas engagement, he wore a lot of suits previously worn, with the vast majority being the two-piece suits, which he began to use a lot during 1972. Among the suits worn for this engagement were the Blue Nail, the Adonis, the Red Pinwheel, the Royal Blue Fireworks, the White Turquoise Concho, the white with green pockets, the Lucky Suit, and the Weed Suit. He introduced 2 new suits to this Vegas engagement. The first one being the Thunderbird, which was a white jumpsuit with matching aqua-lined cape. Kick plates were lined with stones. The belt he wore this night was the Jack Lord belt. When Elvis first wore the Thunderbird, he didn't wear it with the original belt that was designed for it. He wore it with a belt that he got as a present from the Hawaii Five-O actor Jack Lord. The suit was used with the original belt when Elvis wore it again in 1973. Elvis wore the suit for the last time in 1973 in Vegas, August and September engagement. The original belt and the cape are in private hands. Elvis himself gave them to a young boy dressed in a jumpsuit similar to his. He gave it to him during the show on June 30th, 1973. This is the only known suit that has kick pleats lined with stones. He also introduced the Conquistador, one of my favorite suits. It is stunning. The original name of this suit is the Black Conquistador. The other names for this suit is the Black Way Down suit. It is a black jumpsuit with matching red lined cape, and it had its own belt. There was also a white version of this suit called the White Conquistador. Funny that. A picture of Elvis wearing this particular Conquistador was featured on the cover of Elvis's 1977 single release of Way Down. And that is the reason why fans started referring to this suit as the Black Way Down suit. Isn't it gorgeous? It is absolutely beautiful. I love the Conquistador. He wore the Lucky Suit for the closing night on September 4. So, August 14, the date for the Elvis Aloha from Hawaii concert is pushed back to January 1973 due to the upcoming release of Elvis on Tour. August 17, Priscilla files for divorce from Elvis in a Santa Monica court, asking $100,000 plus $1,500 monthly for spousal and child support. So, August 17, when he was doing his Vegas run that was just mentioned, was when Priscilla went to Elvis in his dressing room between the dinner show and the midnight show and said she wanted to divorce him. I know it was depicted differently in the Elvis movie that we've just seen. It was actually depicted happening on the steps of Graceland, but no, it didn't. It actually happened in the Elvis's hotel room in Vegas on August 17. So he's in the middle of that Vegas run that I just spoke about, between the dinner show and the midnight show. On the final night, September 4, a press conference held between the dinner and midnight shows, on the final night, September 4, a press conference held shows Elvis in Las Vegas announcing plans for a television concert to be broadcast via satellite around the world from Hawaii. It is predicted that the show will reach the largest audience in television history and that the live album will be a big hit. Now, what I have for you are two videos. The first video I have found for you is the actual footage of that press conference. And we've all seen it, but I found some footage where it seems to be enhanced. You could see a little bit more. And I'm also going to play bits of a concert from this Vegas run that he just did, August 4 to September 4. I'll play that for you as well. So sit back and enjoy these videos.
I'm on stage. This is the first time that I've seen this myself.
And I really should start this conference off by congratulating Elvis, because we will have two new firsts. The new first, involves Elvis as the first performer to do a worldwide live concert via satellite. Real spectacular. And the second is that we will have a worldwide album via satellite. All of this has been made possible by the joint efforts of a lot of people, and especially including Colonel Tom Parker. Elvis, again, my congratulations for this spectacular.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's very hard to comprehend it, because in 15 years it's hard to comprehend that happening. To all the countries all over the world via satellite. It's very difficult to comprehend. A live concert, to me, is exciting because of all the electricity that's generated in the crowd and on stage. But it's my favorite part of the business, is a live concert.
How do you pace yourself?
Sir?
How do you pace yourself?
You mean physically, vocally, or?
So you are up when you need to be up?
I just, I exercise every day. I vocalize every day. I practice if I'm working or not. So I just try to stay in shape all the time. vocally and mentally.
Which is harder?
Well, both is tough, yeah. You got to work at them, but I don't mind it, you know. It's worth it. Well, now they shoot me all the way, see, so just the waist down. Now, but I would like to think that I have improved as an entertainer, and I like to get the rapport with an audience, because it's a give and take thing. If you can do that, it works. You know, if the artist or whoever is performing can get that kind of rapport going with the audience, then it pays off. It's good, you know.
But do you feel that you have more of that rapport now than you did 15 years ago?
I couldn't answer that. I really couldn't.
I must say this about when we first approached the various countries around the world, Elvis is certainly the only performer that could do this today. He is well known in every country that we have taught, in fact in every country in the world, and the acceptance was just fantastic. It wasn't a case of any selling, because, you know, he's been in demand for live performances around the world, but you just can't do this, so this is the way of approaching it. But the acceptance exceeded all of our expectations, Elvis.
Thank you very much. That's very nice.
Now our next video, hope you enjoyed that interview, is bits and pieces of Elvis live in Vegas in September 1972, when he was wearing one of the actual white full-piece suits. I think he looks absolutely gorgeous. So everyone sit back and enjoy. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Elvis Presley Past, Present and Future. We are getting there. We will be doing the last episode of 1972 next week. And it will go into 73, I would assume. And we'll be doing all about the Aloha from Hawaii. We'll go behind the scenes of it, how it came together. And of course, we're going to talk about that amazing American Eagle jumpsuit that was made for that concert. So everybody, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be doing this for you again. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. It is free. And comment. It is the comments section that YouTube look at for our videos, the success of our channels and everything else. So don't forget to comment. As always, you all have a fantastic week. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other. And I'll see you next week. Bye.